board. Okay. So yeah, Mary's amazing. She's a part of the corporate team. And when you hit diamond, I believe that's when you start working with a corporate mentor. So I'm just going to like throw it over to you, and you can introduce yourself if you want, or give us a little background on yourself, and then you can totally just dive in.
Awesome. Oh my gosh, I love it. So first of all, yes, Mary Day. I have been working with Beachbody for about 3.5 years. I started in the West region, and I actually started working with diamonds, ones, and twos. So now I work with 1-star through 5-star in the central region. And the way that I got to meet Leanna was we had a gap kind of in our coverage, and I was able to cover the Northeast, Southeast. And since Leanna was in Tennessee, it was right. Yes, that's where you were. Okay. Cause I'm like, RV life, where are you? Right. So that's how I got to meet her. And fun fact, excuse me, I actually have like the hugest girl crush on this girl that makes jewelry, and she's on Instagram, and I've been following her for years and years, like before I even started Beachbody. Yes. Yes. And I was like, so I have 2 different Instagram accounts, and I'm like scrolling through, and this girl that makes this jewelry like always posts her stuff. And I was like, wait a minute, that's my coach. Like, that's my coach. I work with her. And she's like, I got all this jewelry on from Fierce Forward. And I was like, oh my God, my 2 worlds collide, and I freaking love it. So I just want to tell you guys that that is a testament to surrounding yourself with the right kind of people, because I had known before, like, so single mom of 3, when I got divorced, I really gravitated toward this girl. Her name is Ashley Johns. And I really gravitated towards her because she was very positive, and she was very, you know, sisterhood oriented. And this was a testament of like my life before divorce and my life after divorce, and the 2 kind of colliding and showing me that positivity and sisterhood coincides. And that's what this community is all about. And I cannot even tell you guys, like, I peed my pants a little when I saw Leanna, like just this gorgeous model picture, and seeing the 2 come together. It was just amazing. So I knew from the second I met you that you were going to be elite, and that your team was absolutely incredible. So it's definitely a full circle moment that I'm here now, and I'm talking to you guys as her leaders. Like, you guys are the future of this team, and you're 100% going to go places that you never thought possible. So kind of what I wanted to like aim this towards is like finding your tribe. And I want to tell you guys, if you have questions, please like ask them in the chat, take yourself off mute, whatever it is. Like, I want this to be like a discussion. I want you to ask me questions. And I'm coming hot off of NLC. I'm coming hot off of 10 rounds. Like, this month is super lit for me, because I'm pretty sure that I've been on the road more than I've been home. And I have my boyfriend with me. I have my dog with me tonight. So it's like my heart is so full to be here, but I'm off again tomorrow to Orlando, and it's just trying to spread the love in this first part of the year. Like, I love January and February, and I love that there's so much energy and there's so much drive to do things. So as coming off of NLC, I don't think anybody's 1-star here yet. Nobody's been to NLC yet. No. Okay. Put that on your vision board for this year, you guys. It's absolutely incredible. And I have been talking to, oh gosh, probably 8 to 10 people per day that went to NLC this year. And I was like, okay, did you guys really think we were full of shit when we were saying like this was the best event ever? Because whenever we talk about NLC, we're like, oh my God, it's the best event. Like, you're going to meet so many people, and it's so intimate, and you just learn so much. And I feel like we're over the top when we talk about how amazing it is. And every single person was like, actually, no, you didn't talk it up enough. So I was really happy to hear that, because it is my favorite event. And you just see the same people over and over again, and you actually get to talk to people, and you get to know people. So please, please, please put that on your vision board. 1-star diamond. make it there, you guys. It's seriously a game changer. You get to surround yourself with like-minded people who are driving their business in the same way. And I will tell you this, we had probably close to 400 attendees last year, and I think we had 30 plus people hit elite. Now, if you do the percentage, that's pretty significant when you think about 180 elite coaches total. Like, that's pretty crazy. So I hope, and one top 10 coach. So Kelsey Hill was at NLC last year. She came back this year as a top 10 coach. Like, mind blowing, right? So what I talked about at NLC, I talked about finding your tribe and loving them hard. Okay, so I want to share with you my story. And I always like hesitate because it makes me emotional. So I'm going to try not to be emotional. So like I said, single mom. Okay. So I was about a single mom for about a year, and I'm not even sure Leanna has heard this story before. So, this may be like eye-opening. A single mom for about a year, right? I have 3 boys, and I was working at a shoe store, and I was working as an associate manager. So I wasn't quite the store manager, but I was an associate manager. And this man came in, and it was about 5 minutes before close. And if you've ever worked retail before, you know that those are your like favorite customers, because you're like, oh my God, we were so freaking close. And now you're going to stay for 30 minutes and you're going to buy the cheapest thing in the store, and it doesn't even count towards my goal, right? Yes, Jessica freaking fails me. Yes, she's nodding her head. Okay, so this guy came in, and I was like, oh, hey, how's it going? Whatever. And he goes like straight to the thing that he wants. And of course it's like a cheapy thing. And I'm like, hey, don't you need these like $200 shoes, or like 5 pair of them or whatever? And so I was like totally giving him a hard time. And at the time I was wearing an Ironman lanyard, right? And he kind of asked me about it, and we got to talking about fitness. And as we did, he just like stopped in the middle of his sentence. And he put his hands on the counter and said, why are you working here? And I was like, oh my God, like, how did he know? How did he know that I was trying so hard to find something better, to find something that helped me shine, that was more challenging, that was more rewarding, that helped me provide a better life for me and my children? And then he said the words that, I'm not even kidding, changed my freaking life. He said, you'd fit in really well with my team at Beachbody. Chills. Because every time I say that, I'm like, oh my God, like, that was the moment. That was the moment that changed my life. And I about peed my pants, right? Because I know Beachbody. I've done P90X, I've done Insanity, and I was a turbo kick instructor. Like, I knew all about Beachbody. So I was like, oh my gosh, like, what do you mean? Beachbody's in California, right? Like, I can't move, I have kids. And he's like, no, there's an office in Provo, like 30 minutes away. And I was like, dude, I'm game. I'm so down. So I gave him my resume. I may have stepped on it a little bit, but I was like, I promise, I swear to God, I'll give you a new one that's not all like messed up. And this is a part that not a lot of people know, but it actually took a couple months for me to find an opening for Beachbody. And because I was trying to create a better life for me and my kids, I actually found a different job, and I hated it. Like, I want you guys to know that I freaking hated it. It was a phone job, and it was like, hey, how get, like, whatever, like troubleshooting, blah, blah, blah. But guys, that was the only option I had. And so I was growing where I was planted, and I was working my ass off to try and move up in that company. Okay. And here's where it gets pretty crazy. And I know that you guys know that the universe has your back. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and you're growing, the universe has your back. If you're open to it and you can see it, those things will happen for you. So the day that I was offered a promotion at that old job, Beachbody called me and said, hey, we'd like to interview you for this position. The promotion at the old job and the offer from Beachbody's offer was double. As a single mom of 3 kids, it was double. So why do I tell you this? I tell you this because I was authentically me that night, way back in my shoe store. And that man that walked in, I had no clue who he was. His name was Darren Ashby, right? I was trying to sell him Converse, not knowing that he was a Converse enthusiast, right? But because I was me and because I was sporting what I knew and loved, and because of my experience, he saw in me those characteristics and traits that would fit in with his tribe. So the reason I tell you this is because you need to find those things that will help you relate to other people. Okay. So a lot of times, and I know I've talked to Leanna about this because she has so many, but we talk about 5 pillars, right? 5 things that make you who you are. So a lot of coaches will do things like family, fitness, nutrition. Like those are kind of the 3 regulars, right? Everybody has those things. Everybody talks about them. And that doesn't mean that they're not important, but it just means that they're kind of regular. Like everybody has their thing, but that leaves 2 or 3 things that are authentically you. For example, Leanna has like RV life, right? She's very fluid in where she is. She could be in Florida. She could be in Missouri. Like we don't know. And it's really fun to watch her stories because we never know what she's going to get into, right? We never know if she's going to be singing at someone's wedding or working out on the side of the road. Like we just never know. And that draws us in. It's very authentic and it's very raw. What if the car breaks down on the side of the road? What is she going to do? I want to be there for that. Well, what if Annalise has kids that are sick? What is she going to do? I want to see that. I want to know what makes her authentic. I want to know if your fur baby is sick. I want to know what kind of fur baby you have. Is it a cat? Is it a dog? I don't know. But that makes me connect to you. I actually have a coach that one of her pillars is guacamole. Okay, I kid you not. It's avocados. Her phone case is avocado. She has avocado shirts. She has avocado pajama pants, guacamole shirts. Like it's everything guacamole. And when I mentioned this at NLC, she actually reported to me later that she was stopped in the elevator and they noticed her headband and they said, "Are you the guacamole girl?" And she was like, "Oh my God, yes, it's me." You guys, even if it's a silly thing, freaking embrace it. Like that's what people freaking love. Think about the people that you follow on Instagram. Okay? Like I watched a girl for years because she made jewelry. And the other thing is, like, this is going to sound really dumb, but I followed her because she was so into her people. And I loved her love of her community. I loved watching her interact with those people. Even though I wasn't part of it, I loved watching her. She even did this traveling journal. So she had a journal, and when people signed up for it, she would write in it and you would keep it for a week and then you'd send it on to the next person for a week. It was the coolest thing. And even though I didn't sign up for it, I watched where that journal went. I watched the people that wrote in that journal and I loved it. And that's what makes me want her product, right? Like I want what she has to give. And with you guys, if you're talking about those things and then you eventually invite people into your challenge group, you're not going to be a stranger. So when Ashley, okay, this is like super geek out moment. I had commented on one of her posts or tagged her or something, and then she messaged me or commented on one of my things, and I lost my mind because I was like, oh my God, like she knows my name, she knows who I am. You guys probably have no clue who she is. I mean, besides Leanna, you guys probably have no clue who she is, but it meant the world to me. And you have no idea who's watching you, who holds you in that esteem. You're someone's celebrity. So you have to keep that in mind. Those people that keep watching you over and over again, what do you mean to them? What does it mean when you go to them and you're like, hey, I just love seeing you in my stories. I love seeing that you're giving me so much support. And today I really needed to see you. I really needed to see your handle. Like I was counting on you and you showed up. Thank you. Creating those relationships on those common grounds, that's what's going to create this community. And as your community, you need to set a precedent, right? Like when you have coaches and you have challengers, it's the same community, you just have different expectations. And please, please, please don't be scared to set those expectations. Okay, I know Leanna has set those for you guys, and her challengers don't feel any less loved. They feel loved and appreciated and supported where they are. And that's what you need to do for your people. You do need to be careful. There are 3 groups of people, okay? And we talked about this at NLC, and freaking Melanie Metro did such an amazing job. She talked about the loyalists, the talkers, and the runners. So the loyalists are the people who are going to consume your product, consume your workouts, and they love the product. They just don't want to have anything to do with building the business. You know what? Fine. Great. Get Shakeology every month. Get Performance Line. Get your Energize. Get those good nutritionals. Get on track with every single new program. That's great. Love it. Get those freaking results. Then there's the talkers. And this is the big beware sign, guys. Big, big, big. Okay. The talkers, Kelsey, your little one is just, oh my God, I can't even right now.
He's like so tired. So I gotta go. I love you all. Thank you. He won't stop crying. I'm like, it's past his bedtime. I gotta get him in bed.
Good night, buddy. Poor little thing. Okay, so like I said, I have 3 kids, so I totally get it. And a dog now, so double get it. So the talkers, huge beware sign, you guys. The talkers are the one that you're like, guys, I can see her potential. If she would just apply herself, she would be so freaking awesome. She's got like 5,000 followers and she has such great content. If she would just apply herself, like, can you even believe it? I'm going to pour so much belief and so much time into her. And then she does nothing. Okay? When you could have spent that same amount of time, that same amount of energy into finding someone new, that's a runner. And a runner is someone that just goes. If you have a question, they search in the FAQ. They ask the team. They go find it for themselves. They're ready to go. They already have 3 people in mind from the get-go that they're going to sell a challenge pack to. The runners are the ones that you want to run your business with. Okay? Exactly. Yes. In any given year or 2, you'll find 10,000 talkers for sure. Thank you, Leanna. Like those are the ones that you're like, oh my God, but they really said they wanted it. But look at how many times they're hitting Success Club. Even look at how many times they're getting on the board for SC. How many challenge packs are they selling? How many times are they reaching their goals? If it's less than what they say, you guys have to just like bless and release. And it doesn't mean that you love them any less. It doesn't mean that you're supporting them any less. It just means it looks different. You're loving them where they actually are instead of where they say they are. I hope that makes sense. And yes, it does require a little bit of a thick skin, because right here, we love on people. We love our community. We love our sisters. But at the same time, we're in this to create a business. And I'm giving you permission right now to enjoy making money. Okay? It's okay to make money. It's okay to make a lot of money. And it's okay to like that. Okay? It doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you greedy. It makes you successful and happy. So make this whatever you need it to be and be okay with that. Just because you like to make money doesn't make you an asshole. I'm telling you that right now. Just because you talk about making money and that you actually enjoy making money and that you get to get paid for what you do doesn't make you an asshole. It makes you a very fulfilled human being that you get to share with everyone else. So I'm going to challenge you tonight. Pick those 5 things that make you authentic, that make you who you are. Even if they're as silly as guacamole, I want you to think about those things and I want you to embrace them. And I want you to talk about them. If it's every day, if it's every other day, if you have a schedule, if you don't have a schedule, whatever, find those people. Be proactive. Google guacamole competition or guacamole enthusiast, whatever you have to do, go after those people and look for them and invite them, create relationships. Hey, what do you put in your guacamole? What's your secret recipe? Hey, I love my husky too. What is your husky's name? Whatever it is, you guys, start that conversation and create that relationship. And I'll give you one more example about creating relationships. Think about if I were to invite you to a party, okay? Like, we've been friends, we've known each other for a long time, but we haven't really spoken in like a couple years, right? But I invite you to a party and I just invite you from like Facebook Messenger, like, hey, having a party on Saturday, come and join me. Would you come to my party? I'm like, probably not. I haven't talked to you in 2 years. Like, who the hell are you, right? But if I were to send you like Mary to Lindsay, hey, Lindsay, oh my gosh, I know it's been so long and I really want to connect with you again. I'm having this party and I would totally love it if you came so that we could reconnect. I would love it if you could come, just let me know. You're 10 times more likely to show up because I personally connected with you. Hey, we went to high school together. I'm not sure if you remember, but I would love to see your face again. Hey, I watched your stories the other day and it was really cool when you did this. I would love to talk to you about that. Like, this world is so much smaller than we like to make it, right? We like to think there's so many gaps and that there's so many miles, and that just isn't the case anymore. This world is so small and we have so much in common. There's so much that we can connect to people. And with France opening up and the UK and France, I just need you guys to hear me when I say, like, the world is your oyster. And it is absolutely dependent on you and what you want to make this. Okay, so if you guys have questions, please ask me questions. I wasn't really paying attention to the chat because I was flustered. Yes, you never know who you're talking to when you talk to a stranger. Okay, that, Jessica, right? Think about if you had been the one in my shoe store that night. If you were like, I'm part of Beachbody, you should join my team. I will help you every step of the way. I will help you supplement this income so that you never have to worry about your kids. What if I was your coach right now? Like, mind freaking blown. Like, I meet my coaches all the time and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what if I had met you in my shoe store and I could be making 6 figures right now, right? I feel shortchanged. Where were you guys? Like, jerks? You should have been in my store that night, right? It's so true though. Like, you never know who you're talking to. You never know what your wear and share is going to bring, right? So yes, absolutely. All the little quirks. Please embrace the weirdness. Yes, Leanna, please. God, I love the weirdness. And those are your people. You guys have to realize that. Like, we're not out to find normal people. That's not your brand. You got to find the weird, right? Kelsey went off. Okay. Okay. So any questions, you guys, you can take yourself off mute. Like, I'm here to chat with you. Absolutely. I hope that was okay. I hope you found some value out of it. Yes, absolutely. Jessica.
So I think my biggest struggle right now is I had established a brand. So my brand is transitioning right now into more fitness. So I think that's where I'm like hitting. I've actually lost quite a few followers. So I'm just trying to keep myself motivated through the transition, because it's expected when you change paths or focuses, you're going to lose people. And everyone's not going to resonate with you. But do you have any tips to push through it faster?
Yeah. Something that I would say is super, super helpful is being proactive. Like, if these people are leaving you, of course you have to kind of keep where you were, right? Mm-hmm. Because if you're having more fitness, why is that a thing now? You know, you kind of have to think like, what caused me to go to more fitness? Kind of like the 14 problems that Carl was talking about a little bit earlier, a couple months ago. Like, pick 14 problems that Beachbody helped you solve, talk about the solution, and invite. So if these people are leaving you because fitness isn't their thing and it wasn't your thing before, you need to talk about why. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I was really unhealthy and I needed to have something, whatever it is, you know, and then you talk about that, and then you talk about the solution and invite them to come with you. Now, if they don't want to, that's totally fine. Be proactive in those other 2 to 3 pillars. Go out and find your people. Mm-hmm. And I know that's hard, but that's the other most successful way that I've seen coaches build their following, is that they're actually proactive. And I don't just mean online. I don't just mean Instagram. I don't just mean Facebook. I mean like face to face in the shoe store, in the grocery store, in the dry cleaners, whatever it is. Like, hey, come follow me, you know, do a workout in the park. And people are like, what the fuck is she doing? Like, doing burpees in the park? That's weird. Whatever it is, like, you have to be unapologetically you all the time. Because if you're not, you're going to attract people who are going to leave. Because if those people really were your tribe, they'd be like, oh, well, she's into fitness now, but that's okay because she still does these other things that I'm super into. So
I think like I professionally have been like a networker recruiter. So it's really like personally enlightening that this is my struggle in this business, because this is what I did professionally, corporately. And now it's like I'm having this imposter syndrome. Like, what do you mean you're a fitness coach? So I introduced fitness a couple years ago into my platform just as a way to decrease stress and start addressing autoimmune conditions. But I guess I just didn't talk about it enough. So I'm definitely, thank you for the 14 problem things. I'll tackle that.
That's actually a super cool way to talk about things, because it's like, well, I had this problem. Like, it's something so simple as like waking up in the morning at 5 a.m. Like, oh my God, there is nothing I hate more than waking up early in the morning. But then I got this group of girls that we wake up at 5, we have our and then we have a workout party. How freaking cool is that? You should do it with us. Something so simple and easy and non-threatening. And then going into, oh my gosh, I used to have joint pain all day, every day. And now because I'm doing my early morning workout, it's less than half of what it is. You should try it too. So easy. It's just like, hey, I found this really cool pizza place down the street. Want to come with? Guys, same freaking thing, right? Same freaking thing. And you see influencers all the time that are saying these things. Why not you? That's what I want you to ask yourself. Do you see people jumping through their phones and getting after them? No, no, nobody's going to jump through your phone and like, rah, right? You're okay. You're okay. If somebody says something nasty, it's like, it's all right, guys. It's okay. Right? We're higher than that. We're better than that. It's okay.
And I
Any other
think it's
questions?
okay too. I just wanted to add, when you are sharing like, one part of your brand and you have all these other brands, like I'll invite someone and they'll be like, oh no, sorry, like I'm just here for your dog and your travels and stuff like that. And sometimes it's okay to just let them be there and trust that like your actions leading by example will be the thing that kind of turns them toward what you're doing. Like I had a girl who was super kind of just against like Beachbody as a whole, network marketing, and she's a health coach. And I was like, this is a great option as a health coach. And after seeing me go through the ultimate reset, she was like, wait, what is that? What are you doing? And I was like, it's Beachbody. And now she's like super curious again, but she's still not ready, but she's still, watching because she likes the other parts of my brand as well. So sometimes it's like you just got to let people kind of sit and watch and be a little bit awkward or annoyed by certain parts of your brand. So it's just whatever.
100%. So I will say that there's a girl I watch, and her name is Stephanie Lang. She's from, I think she lives in Ireland, but she's Australian. So I freaking love her because she's vegan. She's newly vegan. Do you know her, Leanna?
No, but it sounds super familiar.
Okay, she has like super, super long, dark hair, and she just had a baby. His name is Axel. Like, I absolutely love her. She's kind of like the Ashley Johns, like, oh, I live in a house just like you live, and I work with my hands and whatever. And so she lives in this house that's on like a farm in Ireland, and they don't even have utilities, you guys. They don't even have utilities. So the rainwater in Ireland, of course, so the rainwater fills their water tanks, and like that's how they get their water, and they like redid their whole kitchen and whatever. So the reason I tell you this is because I absolutely love her journey. I love that she vegan cooks. I love that she just had a baby. I love her husband. I love their fitness journey. But the thing is that she's like into makeup. So she has her own like vegan makeup, and she just like the brushes and all this stuff. And I am so not into that. Like I'm not like a girl's girl, right? I really want to be, but like you have to be sitting with me and like, okay, now you take the brush and I'm going to do this and whatever. Like I can't watch makeup tutorials. I can't do it. So I just like beep, 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 beep through all of her makeup tutorials, and she has her own brush line, and I don't give two shits about her makeup line. But you bet your ass I watch every single story that she has. So it's just like you said, Leanna, like you just have to let people watch what they're going to watch. And then she starts talking about this vegan cookbook that she's using. And I'm like, I think I want in on that, right? And she's going to make her own cookbook. And of course I want her cookbook instead of the cookbook that she's cooking from, because the stuff that she makes, I want to make, not the other guy's stuff. I want her to weed through that book for the stuff that I want, right? Do you see what I'm getting at? Like people are watching you for you. You have to know that. There's a reason that they came for you, okay? Please don't ever discount that. There's a reason that you came to Leanna. There's a reason that you're on this team, not Christine Dwyer's, not Bonnie Engel. You're on this team because this is your tribe. And now you get to make your own tribe. You get to create your own support network of the people that you love, that you vibe with. Don't take that for granted. It's a beautiful gift. Any other questions, you guys? I know it's late where you are, so I don't want to take up a lot of your time. Okay, I like long walks on the beach and stuff.
I have one. If nobody else wants to go.
Sure.
I was going to say, what is your number one piece of advice for like a brand baby new coach?
Okay, brand baby new coach. I will say that the best thing you can do to move your business forward is the business activity tracker. Sit down every single day. If you just do it once, you are miles and miles ahead of most of the network. Okay. That's doing your 4 vital behaviors. That's connecting, inviting, following up. If you're consistent in that honestly, our superstar diamonds, that's what they do, guys. I mean, I can't, that's it. It's as simple as that. Do they do it once? No, God, no. They do it like 100 times in a day. And that's what makes them top coach, right? Right? I mean, you get that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're getting your business off the ground, think about a water wheel, okay? And how much energy it takes to get that bad boy going. It's very heavy. When the water comes spilling in to start, it's flowing over the edges and it's just barely moving, and it just takes so much to get going. And then when you start going, it's a little trickle. And then it just keeps spinning and spinning and spinning. So as you're doing that business activity tracker, do it once for the first month, then do it twice. Then as you see how it feels to do it more and more, do it 5 times in a day, do it 10 times in a day, do it as many as it takes to reach your goals. And then you'll see eventually it takes a little trickle to keep it going. You guys are running a small business. You're running a virtual gym. It is going to take a lot of energy and a lot of footwork to get this going. I'm not going to lie to you. You have to work hard. It's not hard work. It's heart work, right? We're helping people. We're changing lives. That's not easy. But if you're willing to stick with it, I know, I've seen it. I work with hundreds of coaches every single day, you guys. I know that as you get going, it gets easier and easier and it gets more fun, and you get to see those transformations, and it takes less energy up front. That's my biggest piece of advice, is be consistent in that tracker.
So good. And I like 100% agree. I think the hardest part, like as a new coach, is really just not knowing. It's like having, the faith and the belief in yourself when it's this new thing and you don't see the results and you're like trusting, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? And it's like, if you could just see yourself 10 years down the road and like that person could come and talk to you now, and like, then you would have it all. But that's why like our coach network is so cool, because your coach, your mentor coach, is the person that can like be that for you. And that's like how mine was for me. So hopefully I'm being that for you guys. Love it. Thank you so much for everything. If nobody else has any questions, I guess that's all we have time for.
Thank you.
I would like stay here all night long, because I'm like, you're just such a wealth of knowledge.
Oh my gosh. Well, I love your guts so much, and I'm so proud of where you've come from. And it's so encouraging to see your coaches on here. And I know that like with you as an upline coach and with you guys as a community, like the thing that I love most about this company is that we're not the stereotypical like chicks, right? We're not the type that are like, oh my God, do you know what she just said? It's like, oh my God, do you know what she just said? Let me share it with you. Let me help you build your business up. Let's help each other be better together. And that's what I love about this. And I hope you guys can carry that with you, so that you can not only build up your business, but build up your friend's business. Like that's what this is all about. If you think about the millions and billions of people in this world who need what we have, like, please don't keep that from them. Please don't keep your mouth shut when you feel just a tiny niggle of like, oh, I should probably mention this to them. What would happen if you didn't say something to them and you regretted it? Where would you be if you didn't say yes to the opportunity? Like, I know that if I were to discount myself the night that Darren was in my store, I would regret it, especially if I could see where I am today and I wasn't here. I wasn't paying my own mortgage. I wasn't paying my own car payment. Without the help of my ex-husband, I wasn't supporting my 3 kids. This business has been a huge blessing, and I want you guys to know that it's not just because of Beachbody, it's because of the coaches that I work with day in and day out. It's because of you guys that are showing up every single day. You're not only changing your coaches' lives and your clients' lives, you're changing mine. And because of that, like, thank you. Like, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for what you do. And I'm saying thank you for everyone else that's out there that's struggling. So please keep it up. I want to see you guys all on stage as elite coaches with your coaches. Okay. So thank you so much for letting me be here tonight. If you guys have questions, like, of course, message me. I just love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And there's so many girls too that like couldn't hop on tonight for work or something like that. So I'm glad we got it recorded, and they'll definitely tune in. And if they have any questions, like I'll just tell them to comment them in the page and I'll send them to you or something.
Absolutely. Yes. I'm still kind of crazy. I'm traveling tomorrow again, but yes, absolutely. Message me. I'll get to them for sure.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Wonderful night.
Okay. Bye guys. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.